somebody to tell me they're lying right now because what the do you mean that I'm not gonna get my SNAP benefits? What the do you mean?
We are possibly going to lose our farm if NRCS doesn't hold up their contract with us on the EQIP program.
A whole theatrical production about how people are not greeting her with open arms. How they're being mean to her in her comment section. Lady, are you fucking for real? Somehow you are the victim.
Okay, just watch this. MAGA is dead and burning its own flags. Former MAGA people are torching Trump hats and banners right now as Donald Trump panics over the mass exodus.
Does America feel great again?
No, not at all. You know, I can get laid off tomorrow, then I'm pretty much homeless. Because, you know, you can't save now. Every dollar you have has to go to gas, groceries, bills, rent.
Does America feel great again?
Not in the way everyone wanted. With gas prices, and you just can't afford to breathe at this point.
What does it feel like to be living in these conditions right now, in these economic conditions right now?
Hurt, very hurt. I try to do, sorry, I cried. I try to do a lot for my kids, and I can't do much.
It's hard, especially as a father, because you ain't got that extra cash to go and spoil your kids. So it's pretty difficult.
Well, the middle class is definitely being affected. Yeah. Low class might as well, crawl in a hole because they can't afford anything. Drill, baby, drill just didn't go, I don't think.
You still can't beat inflation, no matter what. Well, it seems we never catch up, no matter what. We're always behind the 8 ball.
You promised not to get into any foreign wars on the campaign trail?
That's one of the things that has angered me, is like almost immediately went back on his word.
He also said he would bring prices lower. Obviously, you mentioned fertilizer prices. We've seen gas prices, grocery prices, real estate prices. Is that another frustration for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's making it harder to pay off my college debt and stuff like that. I was doing pretty well for a while, and now it's kind of coming closer to a halt.
I guess when you did vote for Donald Trump, is this what you were expecting?
Certainly not with the foreign wars and stuff like that, no.
Father David here. Well, as of today, inflation in our country is higher than it was when Trump took office. For many of us, energy prices, including home electricity, have doubled. Meanwhile, working families are struggling in ways that they have not for many, many years, with cutbacks in food stamps taking food away from at least 1.5 million children, and who knows how many are not able to afford their medical insurance anymore because of drastic cuts in the subsidies to the Affordable Care Act. All at the same time, our Richie Rich in chief is now telling us that his vanity projects at the White House and surrounding areas will approach $1 billion. And no, it won't be paid for by his fat cat friends. It'll be paid for by you and I. This insane war in Iran, which has placed Iran firmly in the driver's seat now, is probably not going to be over until Trump leaves office, which can't be soon enough, but at the cost of tens, perhaps hundreds of billions of dollars. Meanwhile, we are not taking care of our own people. You folks who voted for him because you thought he'd make your life easier. And although he proved in the first term, he is doubling down in the second term that he has no clue about how to govern, nor does he have any desire to make your life better. His only interest is in enriching himself, and that is exactly what he is doing. Our form of government depends on checks and balances, and with a supplicant Republican Party who gives no pushback, it is more urgent than ever that they be voted out en masse when the opportunity arises, because unless we restore balance, then our way of government will no longer exist. And the man who is spewing out propaganda on a daily basis that would make Joseph Goebbels blush will continue his destruction of what was once a really fine country. Keep active, folks. Participate. Be registered to vote and then vote. And we can make this change. But it is going to take all of us. God bless us all.
I am so sorry for voting for Donald Trump. Truly, I never officially apologized to the people of this country, so here it is. You guys want to know what scares the shit out of me? People who think we can vote our way out of this far-right regime by voting far left.
So you didn't learn anything, so why get on here apologizing as if you're going to change when you're not? So let's find out what happened.
Initially, I stopped supporting MAGA because my wife is an immigrant from Cuba and I saw the way that ICE was handling things in the streets targeting brown people. As you can see, she's pregnant with our child. There's a good chance he's going to come out with some brown in him too.
So you're the I didn't think it was going to affect me, so I didn't care crowd. I don't get it. Why do y'all get on here and act like you can take back your actions by just apologizing? Could you imagine somebody takes something from you, break it, and apologize, and then looks at you and say, what's wrong, bro? I apologize for it. You shouldn't be mad. That's exactly how you guys sound. And I will never believe anyone saying that they don't support him anymore, because you can't support him anymore. He can't run for office again. So of course it's easy for you to say, I don't support him when you can't vote for him again. Stop coming online telling us your sob story when there's a whole community of other supporters around you that you need to convince first. Stop coming online expecting us to have open arms, especially when you are the one who voted against not only yours, but your family's own livelihood. And I see him saying things like, oh, I failed the open book test, but it's more than that. It's more like you were taking a test and the teacher was screaming the answers at you, and you purposely ignored it because you didn't think it would happen to you. And now that it did, you're looking for sympathy. I actually don't know what you're looking for. Take your sob story and go tell your neighbors, go tell your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, uncles, grandparents. Don't tell us because we told you. We don't need your half-baked apology, especially when you're not going to change. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Okay, just watch this. MAGA is dead and burning its own flags. Former MAGA people are torching Trump hats and banners right now as Donald Trump panics over the mass exodus. Lifelong Republican and Trump voter John Gannon from Texas watched ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo swarm and deport his wife, Jasmine Suarez Regis, at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport. He cried on TV saying he would never vote for Trump again after that fiasco destroyed his family. In Ohio, former MAGA voters told MS Now hosts they are done. Trump promised no new foreign wars and lower prices, yet both failed while he pushes tax immunity for his family. One voter said, Trump is just a man with money who thinks he holds all the power and feels none of the pain. Gas and store prices keep climbing, and the war brings zero benefit. Marjorie Taylor Greene posted photos with Thomas Massie, Joe Kent, and Tucker Carlson, declaring they meant no more foreign wars, and Trump betrayed the entire America First movement. These were MAGA's own lieutenants walking away. The base that once roared for him now calls him a pathetic liar who put himself first. MAGA is dead and burning its own flag.
Quite a number of people have come out to claim that they are regretting their votes for voting for Donald Trump. This looks like really ironically, okay? Because when first we were seeing before elections, many people were supporting the MAGA movement, and the same guys right now, they are regretting their votes like in mass. And they have been they were claiming to be supporting Donald Trump and the MAGA movement, and they came out to speak it loudly, like everyone knows, okay? Everyone knows how many people were supporting MAGA, and there were so many. And they really believed in Donald Trump. I'll not blame them for now, because I know politics is something else. It's just a mind game. Because someone can promise you the world, and when they take the power, you'll see the results becomes now, very devastating or somehow shocking, because so many people believed that Donald Trump was going to transform America to be that country that many people believed. Like in terms of economic, he was going to kind of really, try to bring things to a stance, like to a better condition. Like for example, the fuel prices. No one expected that the fuel will rise the way it is right now in America. The gas prices. Can you imagine? And the most ironically, or the most the most unexpected thing is that people are saying he started the Iran war, okay? And that really made these high prices, the prices of fuel to go very high. And that's make things very, very uncomfortable in America at this particular point. So these videos that you're going to, you're just seeing here is that people are claiming or regretting that why did they, what made them to vote? Like that's exactly what they are saying. Like they are regretting it. Like why of all the things, why did we see the red flags? Some people are even saying that these things should be avoided when he was in the first term, because they believe the first term was not even better. It was still the same thing that they were going through. So many people are really regretting, saying that I think Donald Trump didn't deserve the second term in office. What do you guys think in this particular video? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments as you watch till the end. We'll be back with more commentaries. And guys, remember this video is for educational purposes. And also guys, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing here. Watch till the end.
You didn't get a wall. You didn't drain the swamp. You didn't get affordable health care. You didn't eliminate the national debt. You didn't get new infrastructure. You didn't get Hillary Clinton locked up. You didn't get Epstein accountability. You didn't get a $5,000 Doge check. You didn't get a $2,000 stimulus check. You didn't get lower grocery prices. You didn't get help buying a home. You didn't get America first. You didn't even get peace. You lost family, friends, and credibility. So what did you gain?
I'm back again with another sincere apology. You know, I want to apologize to all of MAGA out there once again. Watch this video and I'm going to tell you why.
Makes him the greatest president of all time.
My bad.
Whatever he says he's going to do, he actually does it. He doesn't just play games like most of the other ones do. He didn't kick the can down the road on this Iran thing. Right. He's actually going to stop him from having a nuclear weapon.
He said he was going to end the war in Ukraine on the first day. Yeah, has that ended?
No, he didn't start that war.
But he did say he was going to end it on the day one.
So?
Well, you just said he's done everything he said. He said that.
Okay, so you're trying to get me with a gotcha question now.
I mean, I'm responding to what you said.
Okay, fine.
And he said he was going to lower gas prices. Are they lower than when he was inaugurated?
No, he lowered them for a long time until they had the Iran thing go on. Right. That he did lower, and inflation's down lower. He's doing everything properly.
But the gas prices are higher now because of Iran.
The Iran thing.
But he started the war in Iran, right?
Yeah.
So that is, the gas prices are up because of something he's done.
So?
From the bottom of my heart, MAGA, I want to apologize, fam. It ain't your fault you that stupid. That is y'all daddies, y'all fathers, and y'all granddaddies, and y'all racism and bigotry and hatred and misogyny and xenophobe, homophobe, all that shit is past. That shit is taught. Motherfuckers ain't born racist. That's the man that's raising y'all. Motherfuckers like that is what raising y'all. You feel me? My bad, dog. Y'all parents are stupid as fuck. Nigga, stupid as fuck. You have no other choice but to think the way that you think. Because, like, that is what raised you. Stupid motherfucker. But it ain't your fault. I apologize. He is still waiting on that those rebate $4,000 check. He's still waiting on those checks. You know he is. You feel me? He's right there in the front row. When Donald Trump talk about electric windmills and sharks and windmills cause cancer and telling y'all to drink bleach, and with some of y'all stupid, he drunk some bleach. When he had COVID, he went straight to the bleach. You feel me? Straight to the bleach. For the COVID shot, we're gonna get, he drunk bleach. And y'all, some of y'all motherfuckers, so like, it ain't y'all fault. Y'all stupid as fuck. So I apologize, dog. It ain't y'all fucking fault. Still waiting on concepts of a fucking healthcare plan. Y'all still, it ain't y'all fault. Y'all stupid as fuck. That is what fucking raised y'all, nigga. And you know that nigga, he fuck kids. He fuck his nieces and granddaughters. You know he do. So with all that being said, fam, Big Ham apologize.
There are white people going viral right now for their regret over voting for Donald Trump. And I put that word into heavy quotation marks because I genuinely question if they even know what the word regret means. One woman in particular got on TikTok crying a whole theatrical production about how people are not greeting her with open arms, how they're being mean to her in her comment section. Lady, are you fucking for real? Somehow you are the victim, not the millions of people harmed by the very system that you voted to prop up not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. Not the immigrants who lost their family members to deportation or concentration camps. Not the communities of color who have been terrorized by the very policies that you voted to enable. You're the victim because people were mean to you in your comment section. And this tells me everything I need to know about your regret. You're not sorry, you're uncomfortable, and you're confusing the two. You claim that you're doing the work, yet at the first sign that work becomes difficult, you make videos crying to garner sympathy for yourself. So the emotional labor falls on everyone else again. And then to make it worse, there's a whole slew of people in her comment sections coddling her. Oh, you're such a good girl because you realize that you made a mistake by voting for him 3 times. It's so brave of you to speak up. Then some of you have the fucking audacity to police how other people respond to this video. Specifically, the people that MAGA spent years targeting. People of color, the LGBTQ community, immigrants. You want them to welcome ex-MAGA with open arms. You want them to perform forgiveness for your comfort. The people that we should all have sympathy for are the ones who have been harmed, not the ones who do the harm and are now sad because everyone remembers. But here's the part that really gets me. Same crying video. She said she won't be voting in future elections. So instead of working to dismantle the oppressive system that you helped build, your solution is to throw your hands up and do nothing but cry online. That is not remorse. That is not doing the work. That's pandering for likes and comments to appease your praise kink. That's demanding forgiveness without actually earning it. Look, if people want to coddle ex-MAGA voters, that's your prerogative. Nobody can stop you for handing out participation trophies. But if you are an alleged regretful MAGA, do not expect anyone to forgive you. Do not expect a warm welcome. Do not expect marginalized communities to throw you a fucking parade. Do the fucking difficult work. Sit with your discomfort. Sit with the fact that people are rightfully angry at you. And sit with the fact that your regret doesn't undo any of the damage that you caused. The only way you will maybe, and that's a big if, be welcomed back into a society that is rightfully skeptical of you is if you spend the rest of your life proving that you are worth redemption. That means voting for progressive candidates who actually want to help people. That means showing up to protests. That means putting your fucking body on the line. That means doing the hard work even when nobody is clapping for you. Otherwise, save your fucking tears and go cry about it in your journal.
Name one good thing that Trump has done. I got a couple and I can do it in 60 seconds.
This should be fun.
Name another administration that's tackling fraud the way this one is.
This one isn't tackling fraud. It's withholding healthcare funds from blue states that didn't vote for Trump, and that hurt his fifis. Or are you talking about Doge and the total airball that they tossed up looking for waste, fraud, and abuse because they didn't find any either? Also, not for nothing, but do you know what fraud is? Because a lot of you don't. Like, what has to actually happen in order to rise to the legal definition of fraud? It's a pretty high legal bar. Just saying.
Did you know that President Donald Trump endorsed about 300 candidates this year and over 230 of them have won? Can we just talk about how big of a deal that is and how cool that is?
What? How is that an example of Trump doing something for the country? I don't understand. Politicians endorse people all the time. What?
Democrats want to say that he's useless and he doesn't do anything and he doesn't care about us. How? How is that true? In my state alone, he helped our elections. One of my friends is running for Congress and the president called his cell phone.
I think we're losing the plot a little bit here, Heather. Have you forgotten the video you told us you were making? Look, it says it right on your screen. Trump has done so much for the country. So how is Trump calling your friend's cell phone helping the country? How is it helping you?
Another thing that you can do is look up the 2026 economic report of the president. That is a great one. However, warning to the liberals, it is a lot of words.
Yeah, none of which you read, apparently. See, that little economic report of the president thingy is not a list of accomplishments, it's a list of goals. Yeah, things that they would like to do because they have not yet done them. So that would seem to fly in direct conflict with the stated point of your video when you said that Trump has done so much for this country. So, as I said, there's not a lot of evidence to support the idea that you yourself read the report that had all those words in it.
I love my president, and if you don't, sounds like a life I don't want to live.
Great. So, to recap, you claimed that Trump has done so much for this country, and you could list several examples in the next 60 seconds. You then took the next 60 seconds and listed none. You listed none examples. So, that might tell you something.
Okay. I don't support Trump anymore. I've come around. I'm not MAGA anymore. Fuck you. What? Don't you hate Trump? I just said I don't support him anymore. We're on the same side now. Isn't this what you wanted? Do you still support ICE? Yeah. Do you still hate undocumented immigrants? They got to do it the right way. Do you still oppose marriage equality for gay people? Are you still against equal rights for transgender people? Women's sports, litter boxes in schools. Do you still get triggered over Black History Month or Pride Month? But the veterans? What about the veterans? Do you still want to defund education? Do you still get upset over the concept of pronouns? I identify as an attack helicopter. Do you still hate Muslims? This is a Christian nation. Do you still think it should be one vote per household? Do you still oppose a woman's right to control what happens to her own body? Do you still support massive tax cuts for the wealthy? They deserve to have the money that they've earned. Do you still oppose DEI or just any diversity in general? Are you still going to stand by the police every single time they take the life of a person of color? Just comply. Are you still against vaccines? Fauci pled the fifth like a million times. Do you still want to cut social welfare programs like food stamps or free school lunches? That's socialism. Yeah. Fuck you. The issue was never just that you supported Donald Trump specifically. He was just the most egregious manifestation of the horrific, amoral, anti-American things that it turns out you already believed in. He represents all of those inexcusable beliefs, which is why you supported him. You liked him because he validated your ignorance and your hate. You're only deciding now to stop supporting him because it's affecting you in ways that you can't rationalize or excuse or blame on Joe Biden or AOC or transgenders. But that ignorance and hate that made you like him before, that hasn't gone away. When he's gone, you're still going to hold those reprehensible beliefs. This was never about Donald Trump. He was just so obviously bad that we thought even you wouldn't support that level of immorality and corruption. He is the most indefensibly stupid, corrupt, incompetent person ever to exist in American politics, and yet you supported him because he called himself a Republican and because he promised to hurt the people that you hate. His involvement in politics was the easiest open book test imaginable, and you failed it spectacularly. He proved that there was no line that he could ever cross that you wouldn't excuse. Supporting Trump doesn't make you a bad person. You supported him because you're a bad person. So now you're finally pulling your support from that scumbag because groceries and gas prices have gotten a little too expensive for your pocketbook to handle. But that doesn't remove the rot that has taken over your soul. You're the same person that fell for that idiot's obvious lies, and you're going to fall for the next loudmouth, bigoted Republican who comes along and says the exact same things. America is worse because of you, and you haven't learned a thing. This is what's been so unbearable about the nightmare of the last 10 years or so, is that we found out that there are so many more people than we could have ever imagined in our towns, our neighborhoods, our families, that could fall for one of the most obviously repulsive con men ever to exist. We still don't understand after all these years how anybody could ever look at that pig and think that he's remotely intelligent or competent or trustworthy. Like, even as a businessman, which is supposed to be his whole thing, he's been a serial failure his entire life. This is like if we were all in a restaurant together and somebody just ran in and said, "Hey, everybody, make me the head chef. I'm going to serve you nothing but bowls filled with dog shit." And then we're looking at each other thinking, like, why would anybody go for that? And then suddenly half of the room jumps up and starts applauding and saying, "Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for, an outsider." Now some of you turd eaters are saying, "Oh, I don't like this anymore. I wish it had sprinkles on it. So I'm on your side now. I'm on your side. I don't think he should be the chef anymore." You're still somebody who was willing to eat dog shit in the first place. Our issue is not simply that that guy is the chef. So yeah.
I'm noticing a common theme with the regretful MAGA voters, and that is that they believed he was going to do all the good shit he said he was going to do, the things they considered good, the economy, stuff like that, and they didn't take him serious with all the bad shit he said he's going to do, especially things that affected him. And I've come to this realization when I watch a video of that Haitian American chef, and then the white dude that lost his fiance, ICE came and grabbed her. Haitian American chef, y'all know I hate raccoons, right? Buddy got on the TV and told you that, and said that your people were eating cats and dogs. And he said, "I voted for him because he's a businessman. And I thought as a businessman, he told you what he would do." And the funny thing about it is, people like me, I think the other way around. I think all the good shit he says he's going to do, he's not going to do it. Because when it comes to finances, the economy, they're here to loot, enrich themselves, tax breaks for the rich. And when it comes to the bad shit, I believe them. In fact, if not for guardrails, they would do more. Because being a conservative in America today, not yesterday, today, is inflicting pain on people. That's why you see that redneck Trump supporter say, "Oh my God, they're hurting all the wrong people." And then that 70-year-old man, he had himself a little ting, a little bad ting, a little young Latina ting. He's like, "I'm a businessman. I mean, they're supposed to be going after the criminals, but they're going after people like..." No, they're going after people like her. You thought because you were rich and powerful, by proxy, she gets to attach herself to whiteness? No. They dead ass with this shit. Clowns. Right? Conflict. They conflict. I remember you was conflicted. Don't regret your vote now.
We talked and talked until we were blue in the face, but the MAGA voters were not going to listen to us. Now listen to this young woman as she's got a handful of kids with her. She's trying to figure out how much gas she can put in her car. She says she doesn't even know how she can afford to breathe. I feel bad for this woman, but she had to have seen this coming. She saw what happened in Trump's first term.
I was hoping that gas was going to go down so I could do something, you know. You can't do anything with gas prices, and you just can't afford to breathe at this point.
Another MAGA voter who talks about whether or not he regrets his vote.
Are you regretting your vote right now? I have the past
2 years, yeah, I have. I'm actually not even voting the next time.
Remember how Fearless Leader said if you voted for Kamala Harris, prices are going to go through the roof, she's going to start wars, there'll be World War III, there's going to be drafts going on again. Now, I don't know about you, but I voted for Kamala Harris, and obviously I made that come true. Now, I can't speak for these people right here, but obviously they're regretting their vote. And I can't say as I blame them.
Let's talk about how I was deceived into joining the MAGA movement. For me, as a Christian, it was Butler, Pennsylvania. I've never put on a MAGA hat until this day. I was fully prepared to vote RFK in the presidential election until this day. And I just thought God saved his life because God wanted to help Donald Trump become president so he could save America. And I posted about this belief 6 months ago. And I really never second guessed it until some random person commented, and I read the comment that I started thinking maybe I was wrong. And the comment was something to the effect of, take Butler, Pennsylvania out of the equation and just judge what Donald Trump has done since Butler, Pennsylvania. Do you still think that God is behind what he's doing? And because I'm a critical thinker, independent thinker, I thought about it and I'm like, okay, if Butler, Pennsylvania never happened, and you just look at Epstein, and you look at Iran, and you look at all the corruption, and you even look at yourself, how cruel and how harsh and how mean you have become, obviously God's not behind it. So what's going on? And then recently you start looking at all of the events from a perspective of Donald Trump has tricked us, Donald Trump is corrupt and evil, and you start to look at Butler, Pennsylvania, and you wonder if it was actually legit. Maybe, maybe not. But like, why have they abruptly just closed the case? You know, like out of the blue, like 6 months after Donald Trump became president, like another weird scenario, kind of like similar to, you know, the Epstein files, where they just kind of just abruptly closed the case and hope, you know, it goes away, which in this case it did. Obviously not the Epstein files, but like they just closed the case with Thomas Crooks and we just all moved on and we're okay with that. What really happened at Butler, Pennsylvania? I don't know, but I know God's not behind it. So that's where I'm at now.
I just come across these videos and they made me smile because I see so many people who had that promise, like they believed in the promises that Donald Trump really made, because the MAGA movement was such a massive thing. Like it was such a massive thing that many people knew for a fact that this is the regime that is going to hear our cries. They're going to bring the fuel down. Like you remember the farmers. The farmers believed that their produce, like they are going to have a better produce because the government had promised to make the better market for them. And remember that farm in which state? I'm forgetting the name. There's these big farms. Farmers were really happy when Donald Trump took to the office, and they believed that they had been promised a very good what do you call tariffs, and you remember even the farmers themselves, they had been promised also a better market, because the government had said they will work out the market for them. They will look for a better market outside America, and they are going to make a good profit in that particular field. And the farmers believed in that. Ironically, months later, you can imagine what really happened is that Donald Trump deported, that's the term, deported all the many workers who are working at the farm. Just exactly of what these farmers expected. Exactly the opposite of what the farmers expected. Almost all the workers who were known to be illegal immigrants, they were deported. You can imagine that how the situation went. And what really happened is that all the farm produce, they went wasted. They went wasted, and no one cared. The government that they voted in, they didn't care at all. So that is the things that really people are kind of really crying out today, and they are really regretting in mass number, because they feel like, why did we see the red flag earlier? Why is it happening this particular way? And I remember people are saying the MAGA is dead already right now. Like the MAGA is already, like, it's no more, because many people have exited the regime. People are really now not even supporting the MAGA at all, because they feel betrayed. They feel like this government has really annoyed them to a particular point that they feel like, no, enough is enough. We are not going to support it at all. And this brings me to my question to you guys. What do you think about this current regime? Do you think that MAGA really has done something very good? I know we may be talking negatives always, but maybe there's some things which they have done that you guys know in the you know it, okay? So I'll be happy if you can let me know in the comment section if you still support MAGA, and or if you're against MAGA. Let me know in the comment section, because this is an open discussion. I would like to hear your opinion, guys, in the comment section below. So up to this point, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Remember, guys, if this video is the first time you're watching, kindly do subscribe. Let us grow together in this particular platform. I'll be informing you each and every day we have a new video, and a new update will be, I'll be happening here. You'll be happy to watch it. So make sure you give it a like, subscribe. And I just want to say peace, one love. I'm signing out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.